Issun Boshi, the 1-inch boy. Issun Boshi, the 1-inch boy. Once in a country far away, there lived a peasant farmer and his wife. They had no children, and every day to lift their spirits on the walk to and from the fields, they sang, "We'd like a little boy, any size at all. We'd like him little, we'd like him small. We'd love him tiniest of all." A miracle happened. They had a child. But, and this hardly came as a surprise, he really was tiny. And they called him Issun Boshi, the 1-inch boy. The years passed, and Issun Boshi became nimble and smart. He learned to dance, he learned to sing, and the country folk came to see the charming way he moved his little body. A hard-working boy, he helped his parents in the fields, and they repaid him richly in love and gratitude. By the age of 15, there was no denying it. He still hadn't grown, not an inch, not one tiny bit. One day, Issun Boshi went to his parents and said to them, "I have decided to go in search of adventure. The world is big, especially for me. In the city, I will find a life that suits me well." His parents were much moved. His mother gave him a rice bowl, which he carried on his shoulders, and his father presented him with a beautiful needle, which he wore at his belt. Thus equipped, he was ready to go, and off he went. The world is so big, and Issun Boshi so small. While Issun Boshi was gathering twigs in the forest to make a fire, all of a sudden, at a bend in the path, he came across a strange-smelling, strange-looking creature, like none he had ever seen before, gigantic, hairy, and misshapen. The creature spoke. "Tiki-ki, who are you?" The little man was not afraid and answered, "I am Issun Boshi, the 1-inch boy." "Tiki-ki," said the ogre, hopping from one foot to the other. "I'll make you a deal. If you follow this stream, you will come to a city. In this city, you will see the grand house of a nobleman. In this house, you will find a beautiful treasure. And tiki-ki, you will bring it to me. Then my magic hammer, Uche nu Kazuchi, he who grants wishes, will reward you with the height your parents forgot to give you. What do you say?" Quick-witted and honest, Issun replied, "I shall go and see this city. I shall go and see this nobleman. But he'll keep his treasure. You'll keep your hammer, and I'll keep my tiny size. That way, we'll be quits. Good day to you. I must be on my way." On board his bowl, sailing towards the city, Issun Boshi thought he could hear the ogre's voice in the distance, like an echo. "Tiki-ki, tiki-ki, tiki-ki." Finally, Issun Boshi arrived in the city. What a commotion! Traders, horses, snakes, carts, men, birds, women, fruit, children. Hustle and bustle all over the place. People running, people shouting, all of them nearly crushing little Boshi. And swiftly, with all his agility, he threaded his way through the crowd, hopping and skipping between all the legs and feet. Issun Boshi found a grand house, as beautiful as can be, and began to shout, "Give me a job! I want to work!" Roused by the noise, the whole household came running, and was astonished to discover the origin of this strange din. A tiny little man, no more than an inch high. "What good could you possibly be to me, you little pipsqueak?" the nobleman asked, looking down from his balcony. And Issun Boshi began to sing, and Issun Boshi began to dance. Soon the whole neighborhood was watching the spectacle, and the crowd laughed, whistled, and clapped. Then a young girl appeared and cried out, "Papa, I'm bored. Give me this little person, I beg you. He can read to me, sing me songs, and keep me company." Exhausted by all the hubbub, the nobleman gave in to his daughter and hired Issun Boshi. From then on, Issun Boshi accompanied the girl wherever she went. One day he would sing, the next he would dance. Time passed, and he worked hard at inventing tricks and songs to entertain his young mistress, and she was delighted to have a doll that could read and think. But the little man began to say to himself that it might be nice, just once, to be not really bigger, but perhaps a little bit less tiny, so that she would view him differently, especially because she was very beautiful. One day, out walking in the forest, Issun Boshi was amusing the young girl by acting out the battle between the ant and the caterpillar. All of a sudden, the strange-smelling, strange-looking ogre appeared. "Tiki-ki, thank you, Boshi Boshi. At last you have brought me the treasure I asked you for. 1,000 thanks, my little one." And with these words, he put the young girl under his arm and rushed off as fast as his legs would carry him. A quick runner, Issun Boshi soon caught up with them, leapt, gripped on tightly to the ogre, and bit him with all his might. Infuriated by this pesky midget, the ogre swallowed him whole. Deep down in the ogre's stomach, Issun Boshi felt a terrible anger rising within him. He seized the needle at his belt and plunged it into the giant's insides. He stabbed and slashed and stabbed again, like a hornet, like a wasp. Nothing escaped him, neither the liver, nor the kidneys, nor the heart, nor even the throat, so much so that the monster, doubled up with pain, spat him out again. Straight away, as quick as a flash, Issun grabbed the ogre's magic hammer. Uchere no Kazuchi, he who grants wishes. While the young girl and the ogre looked on in amazement, little Boshi grew and grew and grew. The 1-inch boy turned into a man who was tall and strong and, above all, terribly angry. Without his hammer, the ogre took fright and scurried off, whining, "Take-a-kay, take-a-kay, take-a-kay." People say he can still be seen walking in the depths of the forest, a little tiny ogre nibbling grass to soothe his punctured insides. People say that Issun Boshi sometimes misses being small, and that he still treasures his bowl and needle. People say that the nobleman's daughter has taken a different view of Issun Boshi, and that their story is not yet over.